There's this thing going on in the real estate market right now where, of course, we're getting a lot of questions about, and it's worthy of us to address it and talk about it and give you some really good, relevant information that can help you. We're seeing in the market right now because inventory is so low, and there's a lot of buyers in the market for the simple fact of real estate. The interest rates are historically low. So it's like a
Yeah.
great time to do both parts of real estate, buying or selling. It's perfect to be able to do that. It's set up to be very, very well. However, that little dilemma is kind of causing the question of, I hate to put my house on the market because I
Right.
know it's going to sell really fast.
It
And
will.
so there's nothing out there that I would buy. There's like nothing on the market for me to look at. Totally understand that. Then you got the other side, okay? You've got the other people, of course, that's out there that's looking for these properties and they're saying, hey man, do I buy first? Do I sell first?
Yeah.
What do I do? Do you see that you're getting that a whole lot in the market right now?
No doubt. People are especially sellers. I mean,
Sure.
especially I think it's a big thing for a seller is that, I've got a house. I have to be able to know that I can go somewhere.
Yes.
So I don't want to be
Absolutely.
homeless.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about today how to handle that, okay? How to handle if you are in that dilemma because you are being someone wanting to sell their house. You are 100% correct in saying it's a great time right now to be selling properties because of what we just said with the buyer. There's a
Yeah.
lot of buyers in the market. The rates are low, so a lot of people are stepping forward. However, it does put you in a situation as a seller saying, I'm going to sell this thing. Y'all been telling me you're getting, these offers in hours. And so
Yeah.
where am I going to go? Let's talk to the people today, okay, about how to handle that situation. So you can kind of, if you would have it, get the best of both worlds. Now, as always, this isn't legal or financial advice. However, this is exactly what we would tell somebody if we were sitting down with you today and saying, what do I do? Here's the information. All right. So if you're dealing with a real estate contract, again, whether buying or selling, you got this thing that you can put into any agreement called a contingency. All right.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
contingency means that something has to happen. It's contingent. The sale or the purchase is contingent upon something happening. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're that person today that says, hey, I know my house will sell fast. But what I'm looking at in the market right now, it's not out there. Okay, it's not out there. There's nothing I would buy right now. I'm going to turn the floor over to you and we're going to address this situation. How would you tell a seller what could they put in that agreement on a contingency? Let's say they get the offer that they want on the property. They get that quick offer. What could they counter that offer back with? What type of contingency to protect themselves to not be homeless?
Well, and that's that you got to as a seller. Okay, I've got my house for sale. I've got it priced. This is the price I want to get, and this is where a lot of times there's the excitement comes in, and
Right.
you kind of lose your track here for a minute. But you need somebody here to kind of keep you in track. But so you got your house for sale, you get the offer that you want. Man, it's a good one. You're ready to make the move and get out of there. Now, as a seller, you're going to have to go. There's a good chance that you're going to have to go buy something else.
Sure.
So what you need to do as a seller for your protection is you can counter that offer back, keep the same price that you got and all this other stuff. But you can counter back and ask to put the contingency in there that it's contingent upon you finding suitable housing. You
Sure.
can find if you know a specific house that you want, you can put a contingent that I get to move into this house.
Sure.
It's contingent that I can buy this house right here. So, however you want to write that up, whether it's to find a certain house in a certain area, whatever you want to do, but you need to send back a counter saying that I want to the you can buy my house as long as I find something else,
Exactly.
and give yourself a time frame. Give yourself plenty of time, 60 days, that you will be able to find you another house. That way, again, you still got your offer here. You're going to accept it, and the day you close, to sell the current house that you live in, you're going to be buying the new house
Sure.
that you find.
And it's really just some protection, again, by working with a good real estate professional. They're going
Yeah,
to probably be able to coach you along and help you along to be able to put that contingency in there, because the one thing you don't want to be is homeless. So, of course, you don't want
exactly.
to sell and then feel like I'm in a real tough spot here and I've got to go buy a house that I don't, want. At the end of the day, if that contingency is in there for you for your protection, if you can't find suitable housing, as you alluded to, in that period of time, then this deal can technically be over. You can keep your property. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Or they could extend it. They could say, well, we'll give you 30 more days, especially if they really want it. But
they
it's
really
a
want your house.
negotiable piece. It's a
Right.
negotiable piece of the offer that when it comes to you, give yourself that protection. Now, you might counter that back and they go, no, we're not waiting. Well,
Right.
trust me, there's probably enough people out there right now that somebody's going to say, okay, well, if we got to wait, it's going to take
Yeah.
45 to 60 days anyways for our loan to get through.
Right.
So sure, we'll give you
Yeah.
that time to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
it's not that you're asking for something that's totally out of the box for you to be able to do, and it's protection for you. It
Yeah.
gets your home on the market. You find out then, what am I going to be getting from it? You got a real offer. It's real factual numbers. You don't have to
Yeah.
guess. Well, wonder what are we going to get for our home, because you kind of know that. Then you put that contingency in. All parties have to agree to it. You've got a deal. Let's flip it around now. That's dealing with the seller. We flip that around and we talk about, okay, I want to go buy a house, but I've got to sell my property. I can't buy another home until I actually sell my home. But like the house that I would buy literally just popped up on the market, okay?
Right.
This same scenario and situation is going to work both ways, buying or
Both
selling.
ways.
As a buyer, put the offer contingent upon you selling your property within a certain time frame.
Right.
Again, it's easier usually on the buyer side, to be able to do that. But what our point is today is the question we get asked all the time: what do I do? I mean, they're out there, I see them, but I know I
Again,
got to
people feel like
sell.
they're stuck. They feel
Yeah,
like they're stuck and they can't do this. I can't do this.
exactly. I don't want to put the offer in and maybe, have two mortgages. So
Right.
you put those contingencies in there to totally protect yourself. It's something that literally on a real estate purchase and sale agreement, listing agreement, whatever, it's your best friend, because you can write in those protections. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you hear something today, our topic, our conversation today, what we're talking to you about is be aware that you can put a contingency in a real estate contract, whether selling or buying,
Yeah.
to protect yourself so that you don't get in the situation of being stuck with a property. That would be the worst thing that could totally happen for you, is to be able
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, and
Any other
literally,
things you want to say about that?
literally, if you've got any questions about contingencies, because again, contingencies can be anything you choose. Again,
Exactly.
don't mean that it's going to be accepted by the other party, but you can literally put a contingency for anything that you want. So again, I know a lot of times we get out of staters that watch our show, and so again, for out of staters who's maybe looking to move to the area, you can literally have a contingency that I've got to come see the house first. So
Exactly.
if you've got questions about contingencies, by all means, you can call. Again, the number's on the screen, 423-307-8566, and any agent would be glad to explain the types of contingencies, what exactly they mean, go in a little deeper with you on
Yes.
your situation.
Exactly. No doubt about it. So again, that is our real estate portion of the show today. Again, hopefully that's good stuff, because we literally get this all the time. We go sit down with people and they're like, well, I want to do this, but I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
And just a lot of people don't know that those are available for you to be able to put in there for your protection.
A key point again to the thing I think is we need to make sure you remember, because as that seller, you're the seller selling your house. Again, that's where a lot of times the excitement has now came in, and you're ready to just accept the offer.
Yes.
And you totally forget that, hey, man, I forgot to put in there, I got to find somewhere.
That's right.
So you're 2 weeks into it and thinking, People's thinking, okay, we're closing in 2 more weeks, and you're thinking, I ain't even found a house yet. I'm gonna be homeless.
Exactly. There's no doubt
So
about that. So as the old saying goes, if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
no,
So
yeah,
put that stuff in there to protect yourself again, so that you're either one, you've got suitable housing when you want to close on yours, and two, you have got yours sold before you have to buy the one that you put the offer on. So hopefully that's been some good stuff for you today to give to you the real estate information that we try to bring to you